Hello, I'm Dr. Eve. Welcome to my Sexual Health Center. I've got a number of stories that I'm going to be sharing with you over the next few weeks, so stay with me, and I'd love your opinion. I'd love to hear your thinking around some of the conundrums that I face on a daily basis around sexual health and sexuality and relationships. This is a mail from a 62-year-old man who is intending on terminating a long-term relationship with a woman who's 9 years younger than him, and he has a really interesting way of thinking about relationships that I want to share with you. He says in every single way that they're very well suited together, except their sex life has been just about non-existent. From the outset, sex was always the weak link in their relationship due to what he says is a low libido on her side. Now, that's already a kind of a red flag, but I'm sure many of you can relate to the fact that having a low libido can outweigh many other factors that are very positive in your relationship, or else you may feel that that's a deal breaker for you. So let's hear what the man has to say. He says he could have contributed to the problem, which I like, because it's always important that you both look at each other and say who is contributing to the problem. And he says as well that they looked for professional advice, but they never got it. Big problem. You should really look for professional advice if there is this disparity in your sexual desire, because as you can see, it tumbles down into the rest of your relationship. He says as he's moving along, he's thinking about forming another relationship, and he wants it with a woman who's less what he calls sexually fatigued. I like that expression. But he takes responsibility, and he says that on his part, he's going to maintain good grooming and all other vital aspects that women can reasonably expect if she's to remain sexually interested. I like that. It's sensible. He's recognizing that women like men who are well groomed and also take responsibility for their sexual mental well-being in a relationship. He asks me a question which I find very fascinating. Are there any physical, lifestyle, and behavioral fundamentals which I should know in order to assist me to identify the category of women who are likely to fall within a high libido category? So, this is an interesting thought. How do we identify, when we start dating, women who are more sexually interested and can maintain it? Because in the beginning of a relationship, every woman is going to be sexually interested if there is a spark or chemistry. But how do you know those women who are going to maintain the sexual interest throughout a long-term relationship? And this is his take on what a good romantic sexual relationship should have, and I think it's really fascinating. He says an environment in which there is a predisposition towards sex, where both partners have a good or high libido, where they supplement the libido when it wanes with keeping themselves in good shape, are meticulous with personal hygiene and grooming, are free from financial stresses, are largely free from family stresses, have got lots of privacy, are experimental and playful, keep away from drugs and excessive alcohol, and are keen to work at their relationship. And they regard their sexual relationship as a very high priority in their lives, that it's always consensual and free from obligation. And he wants to know, are these expectations to have an active, fun, and playful relationship, are they realistic or unrealistic? I love this mail because it's so wise. I think it's smart. And he lists all of the factors that could be inhibiting factors in a relationship. I couldn't have said it better myself. I urge you to consider your own relationship and to tick off these lists that he has named and see whether you can put a positive mark against all of them. And if you can't, I urge you to consider how you can rectify that, how you can take care of the stresses, the grooming, the consciousness in your relationship, all the factors that you're responsible for maintaining a healthy conscious libido, if you are doing that. And if not, I urge you to consider and to take care of them and give them great attention, because that is what will sustain a long-term, interesting, high libido and therefore positive relationship. To find out more, follow me on Facebook and find me on Twitter.